So you got the cyclic here.
Yep.
Collective over on this side.
Those are power levers. Those are engine controls. Think of FADEC, and it's basically the same principle. It's called a DEC.
Really?
Digital electronic units. Yep, control. That's a keyboard. We use that to interface with the system for information that's not programmed in the mission system. So in the systems, we program a little card here with all the information for the mission. If it's missing information or we need to input data manually, we use that in conjunction with menus and screens on this thing to update our information. Like we can put frequencies in, lat longs, grid locations under UTM, tons of stuff.
Now, the WSO, do I have that acronym
No, he's
right?
actually a pilot.
Oh, really?
What we call, so this is called the pilot crew station. That's called the co-pilot crew station. And then, like, I'm just senior to him by about 10 years, but he's basically one of our senior front seaters. But we both go through the same program. We're both fully rated pilots, but he's called a co-pilot gunner. I'm called the PIC pilot man.
Okay. Now, I know the front guy, he can articulate the gun.
Well, we both
right.
That was my question. The sensors on the helmet up there.
Yeah.
Those sensors right there, they track the pilot's position of his helmet, which allows him to see. It tracks the pilot's sensor on the front. So at night, I fly off one eyeball in the HDU with a FLIR image of the world, and then like if it's, we call it bore sight. If it's bore sighted right and everything's right, and I put the crosshairs on it. Like if I look out here, put the crosshairs in my view screen on something out here, and the range is right, and I pull the trigger, the gun's gonna, and it'll shoot right at it.
Wow,
it's pretty accurate.
That is too cool.
But again, there's a lot of parameters that make it as accurate, so it can be sloppy too if you're not doing your correct firing techniques. There's a lot of Kentucky windage involved too. Just like when you're shooting a long range target, sometimes you're shooting like, I'm a little short. Okay, I need to adjust the fire rate, but it's about impact, computation, and refire.
Wow. I'm actually surprised now. Have Apaches always had the glass display?
No, the Alpha models in the old day were all legacy. They had one screen that went in, steam gauge, and they had one glass that interfaced with the optics.
Okay.
Then we went to this system here, and this system here is full digital. And it's only got, like, these are the only analog instruments on this aircraft now. And then the new one that they just came up with, same setup here, except now it has a digital standby attitude indicator here, and also one in the front seat, because that one's actually full IFR platform. This one is only a VFR platform.
Really? Okay. I was curious about that.
Cannot go IMC as a matter of day-to-day. It's an emergency procedure for us because we don't even have a VOR. We have NDBs.
Ah, okay. It's amazing how clean that makes it look.
It does look clean. It's just like fingerprints everywhere, but
well, except for that. But I don't know. I guess I was expecting it to be a busier cockpit.
The system's called a data management system. It actually is called management by exception. So really, you control what you want to see, and the aircraft will feed you information based upon. So like if there's a emergency procedure or emergency occurring with the aircraft, it'll throw an engine page up in your face, and it has the emergency procedure there. There's also up here. This is it's called an enhanced upfront display. So the bottom half is ComSec or communication stuff. So all our frequencies for all our 5 radios are loaded here, and we can see what frequencies were up on the primary and standby over here. And then up here is the warnings, cautions, advisories, and then these display based upon the severity of an incident. So advisors are simple things like you're at bingo fuel, you're at this. This one here would be like fuel low. Hey, you need to pay attention to this. More likely you could have an incident if you're not careful. This one here is like for aft deck fires, rotor RPM lows, rotor RPM highs, or something that's this. If we don't handle this, we're going to end up in a balled up mess if we're not careful.
Okay.
So then it's in plain English. So it's not like a Christmas tree board like they used to have here. And the Alpha model used to be a big board with about 25 or 30, I don't know how many lights. I wasn't an Alpha model guy. And those lights, like you'd have a pip show up there and like it says like ECU, and it's like, what does that mean? So you have to know this entire board by heart.
Really? Wow.
Now I don't have to know that board anymore because it puts it up in plain English.
Wow.
It'll say like, engine 1 power fail. Oh crap, I don't have backup airframe power. No problem, drive on.
That's got to be help for quicker reaction time.
It is, and and since it's an advisory, I know it doesn't have a tone. The cautions have a generic tone. It's called a beetle, and it comes up and it's like, okay, that's a caution. So depending upon what I'm doing, it might cause me to be urgent. If not, but like for like any of the warnings, there's a full-blown verbose comment like engine 1 fire, engine 2 fire. So it actually, and it screams at you. So it tells you you've got, actually, if you turn that key on right there. Turn that key to the
right here.
The first detent.
Yep.
Grab it by that knob.
Oh.
And turn it. Push the key into. Okay, see like that. Now listen. We'll turn it off here in a second. So that's how the warnings work.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, cool.
Let's see. So that's how we check the fire systems. Anyway, you can go ahead and turn it off. There you go. So when she's upset, she'll actually scream at you.
Now, what are your limitations as far as speed and so forth?
It's just power. We're usually limited by power. Torque. It's a TGT. The engines can only produce so much. It is a torque limit. On a day like today, we're torque limited, and then on some of the hotter days, it's the engines. They can only produce so much before they reach their point where they would overheat.
Okay.
And that's putting it in just like simple terms. There's a bunch of other numbers for it, but other than that,
what's your typical cruise speed?
We were cruising down here about 140 true.
That's nice.
We had a headwind, so we were trying to get here. So we had about 90% of the torque pulled in, and we were trucking along at 140 knots with about a 20 knot headwind.
If you didn't have the ordnance on there, what would you normally expect to see?
Probably get about 10 knot better.
Really?
It doesn't say that. I mean, it's there, but it's not producing that much drag. I mean, if it's fully loaded,
it looks like it would slow you down more.
Yeah, it does, but it doesn't slow you down that
Wow.
much. I mean, if the rocket pods are loaded, then it's like essentially it's like a big piece of cardboard from there. But there's ships going through. And same thing on the bottom here. You know, it adds weight, but it's the savings could be 5-10 knots tops. It's not much.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, man.
You bet,
I sure
man.
appreciate it.
I don't know.